The Clarity Room is a trance experience for your personal enjoyment and relaxation. It is copyright of Martin Johnson, 8020coaching.co.uk. If you're doing anything that needs your full conscious attention or looking after anyone else, switch off this recording now. Wait until it's completely safe to enjoy an inner experience of peace and well-being without anything else going on. Before we begin, take a moment to find a comfortable place where you can relax, undisturbed, and enjoy this experience. And discover some insights that will help you with the changes or goals you want to work on. At any time you may adjust your body, move about to be more comfortable, and if there is anything important that requires your immediate attention, then you will immediately rouse up and attend to the matter in hand. And before we even consider what you'll experience in the Clarity Room, or how you'll want to use this trance experience, the first step is for you just to be aware of the moment and how you are feeling in order to start the process of relaxation and calming the mind. You may be aware of your body or thoughts in your mind. You can certainly hear my voice and maybe other sounds around you. And wherever you are starting from, busy, quiet, or something else, I invite you to just accept the now and gradually, step by step, allow the body to relax, the mind to quieten, without trying to control anything. Just allowing a passive acceptance of just being in the moment. And when you are ready, now or later, you can let the attention of your conscious mind wander, as it really doesn't have anything to do during this process. So you can let it do what it wants to do, as it's your unconscious mind, the part that looks after intuition, deep learning and insights, that will be your own guide through this experience, so that you could just forget about the outside world for a little while your awareness could shift to the inside and what's important for you, and just to enjoy this experience. And I wonder how much you could appreciate that the messages in this trance experience are as simple as they are clear. Just as simple as when we might look at a beautiful sunset or other type of calming scene, or hear a few simple yet heartfelt chords of a melody. And for a moment or more, we are just present. Feel a sense of peace and connection, or perhaps excitement, or other kind of positive natural emotion that connects with our soul. And the interesting thing about such a simple scene, thought, or feeling is that it can provide a base for something else. When things are simplified to such a level of clarity, we can just enjoy it, and at the same time, by letting go of overproductive thoughts or complexity and clearing the mind and body, are then free to connect, if you want, with something that emerges quite easily and naturally. Like when we look at a landscape or image, and we notice how in our mind's eye we put the patterns and shapes together to see something else. Like how a very old and twisting piece of wood takes the shape of an animal, or the pattern of the clouds looks like a face. Or like when, while walking along a beach with our feet sensing the warmth and softness of the sand, or the refreshing swish of water just a few inches deep around our feet and toes, as we stroll effortlessly and safely along the water's edge. An insight or positive emotion seems to jump into us, and we might say, "Wow, that's the answer," or "What a great idea." Or maybe it's just an emotion that's uplifting and so wonderfully embracing that we could almost feel tears of joy come to our eyes. And in other situations, it could be just an emerging sense of serenity and calm, and quiet, and openness, without any expectation, so that we truly are in the moment, just letting things happen in their own time. And that's just a few examples. And even if that's not the same, you'll have many of your own experiences, I'd have thought, of this deeper clarity. And what does clarity mean to you, I wonder? And in what different ways is it useful to enjoy, experience, consider and achieve clarity and being clear? Clear thinking, clear mind, clear space, clear from something which we don't need, clear of hurts or pains or unnecessary baggage, to be lighter and free and open, clear to be ourselves, clear to be in the moment, clear to have clarity of sound, like hearing something through the very best speakers, where each element of the sound is so crystal clear and identifiable, and at the same time the different elements combine to create an even more amazing effect. Clarity of vision, where things sharpen in definition, where one steps back to see the big picture, and your focus is in your control, and you choose what you want to appreciate, understand, or work on. Clarity of feeling, where you'll connect with what's useful and clear away unwanted connections, as, did you hear yet about the plasticity of our minds, our neural pathways that do change or rewire according to what we do regularly and the thoughts that direct our awareness? Clear to allow the body to clear away any toxins, stresses, tensions or tightness. Like when your muscles just relax more and more and reset to a natural balanced position, and the muscles lengthen and ease. And clear to be clear and have clarity, to enjoy easily in the moment, now and later. Could you feel that starting to happen? Or did it already begin somewhere in your body? Could your eyes feel even heavier? Or those lids want to close, if they haven't already? Or maybe you don't even care to notice just how much you can let gravity do its thing and really relax into this now. Do you notice your fingertips as you allow your mind to quieten? Or does your attention go to another part of your body or mind? It really doesn't matter when you allow simplicity and clarity to be your guide. Or forget to think about it and just enjoy the feeling. Because when you let go, your mind and body does know how to do this automatically. Whether you'll need to practice a little more later, or it just comes naturally when you let your mind go even more blank and clear. Could you even imagine just a simple colour or white space? Or like when you see through your closed eyes and patterns emerge that you become curious about. Just watching the shapes merge or change without really being bothered about what you are doing. Just going along with the rest. And as you allow yourself to embrace the notion of simply being clear, you could imagine, I'd imagine, that you could see somewhere in front of you a set of 3 gentle steps leading down to a plain white door a little way in the distance. And each step you take down can bring you closer to a deeper experience of this as you take the first step down, and then the next step down, feeling even more grounded and calm, and finally the third step down now. So you can step off to that new level of deeper understanding and discovery and important awareness inside. And as you walk towards the door, the size and shape of the door becomes more clear. And as you look up, just above the door, you notice a simple sign saying Clarity Room, inviting you to enter. As you open the door and peek inside, you'll see it's quite simple inside, to the point you could just step right in now, into a lovely, plain, yet somehow comfortable space. Could it be white or some other plain, relaxing colour? Maybe there is a simple seat, if you like, but you don't really need this unless you want to rest a little first. And as you become more curious, you could notice that on one wall there is a large button about shoulder level. Might it be green or some other inviting colour? It doesn't really matter how it appears to you now, other than you are very curious to approach it. And as you do, you notice the plain letters on the surface say reset. And how much you'll want to press it doesn't matter, as it's not quite time yet. As first, there is something to know about this button, that this is indeed a reset button that evokes a clear function, that once pushed, it has the ability to clear away any confusion, any unwanted memories or behaviours, patterns of behaviours that are out of date, no longer needed, to clear and reset emotional filters that will benefit from this, so that you'll experience a beautiful clarity and clearness across mind, body and soul, across the muscle memory, nerves, fibres and cells of your entire body, from the top of your head down through your jaw, neck and shoulders, across your back, chest, arms and hands, deep down through the trunk of your body, and through your legs and to the tips of your feet and toes, as a wave of clarity, deep relaxation, calm serenity, peacefulness, and a feeling of just being in the moment, present and content, envelopes your entire being and mind. And before you do press that button, your unconscious can realize that you only need to reset the things which you want to reset, to clear what you want to clear, to have clarity about what's useful to you and within the right timing. And at the same time, you can preserve any of the learnings that's useful for you. And if you want to acknowledge those learnings now, take a moment. And on the other hand, if you are almost ready, you can also take a moment to just be present with the notion and expectation of what it's going to be like. And now that you've done that, you are ready. Go ahead and press the reset button now. And just experience how this truly feels as you simply let the process happen without thinking, as your unconscious will know and appreciate all that flows from this experience as the transformation happens instinctively and effortlessly. And you can simply continue to enjoy the effects of this far-reaching and enriching clarity, feeling clear and lighter and uplifted and free to be. the best of yourself. So many new possibilities that you don't even have to think about, as there is plenty of time for that later, so that all you really need and want to do is just feel how this feels. Connect with this energy. And when you are ready, you can step back from the reset button and take a new look around you, within the room, if you wanted. You could see or somehow experience a set of shelves you'd not previously noticed. And these shelves are nicely positioned, easily accessible, and very clear. Apart from the fact, as you are even more curious, you could now realize that on each shelf is a range of boxes. And of course, as this represents your mind, you can imagine them how you want. Maybe they are digital rather than physical, as even beyond that, they are of course metaphorical at one level or another, as all they do is stand for a place where you can use that clarity to sort through anything that needs sorting, now or later, and to put things where they need to be put, to organize clearly and simply, in a way that makes it all doable and easily reachable and attainable, yet at the same time able to see what you want to see in the moment, get what you want to get in the moment, while everything else can remain nicely ordered and out of the way when they are not needed, until they are needed. As it does often make sense to be able to focus on one or a few things at a time, so that there is efficiency, yet still be able to appreciate that they are part of a bigger picture, the whole system, the whole. And even though you may not completely understand how, or even be aware of how this has such a profound effect, or maybe you'll just forget, just like sometimes you can want to laugh or just feel happy, but don't really know what the trigger was. You just enjoy the moment and feel good and healthy. Or when you just access your strengths without thinking about it, because you are so much in the moment, focused on what you are doing, that you do it automatically and effortlessly, well, because you are in a flow state, a state of ease and unconscious elegance and skillful ability. This can, and indeed does, become the new norm for you, so that whenever you want this clarity and clear ability and simplicity of functioning so well, automatically, it just happens. And I wonder, how will you first notice the effects later? Maybe after the pleasant night's rest that you enjoy, or just finding yourself being your true self, unhindered and in the moment, free to be and feel how you want to be and feel, deep inside and to the very outside of your whole mind and body. And the simplicity of this is all contained in the notion of clarity and being clear. Maybe you'll have a picture, image, sound, feeling, smell or taste, or combination of those, that becomes a useful connection for you to all that you've been learning here. It really doesn't matter how you'll do that and when that happens, or even how often you'll experience this over the days, weeks and months ahead, and even further, as it just becomes automatic for you. And now that you've heard and experienced how simple and clear this can be, you are ready so that you can go ahead and retrace your steps out through the door, up towards the set of 3 steps, and step onto the bottom step, looking up and forward to the next small step you can easily take, as steps, as in other areas of life, allow a smooth transition from one place to another, in an easily achieved pace that's just right for you. And step up to the next step as you enjoy all of that, anticipating and then moving to the final step up, so that you can step off, knowing that experience has happened. And just as you could imagine walking along a beach, the gentle waves happen so naturally, you can just enjoy the moment. Or as you look at the horizon and appreciate the view, and space and time to focus on what you want, or just enjoy the patterns forming and changing, tuning in and balancing the waves to create crisp, clean, clear sounds that harmoniously fit with your own world, sense of purpose, and how you want to be and feel. And the messages in this trance experience are as simple as they are clear. And for a moment or more, we are just present. Feel a sense of peace and connection, or perhaps excitement or other kind of positive natural emotion that connects with your soul. And the interesting thing about such a simple scene, thought or feeling, is that it can provide a base for something else, inspiring. And in a short moment, but not just quite yet, I'm going to invite you to come back to full conscious awareness. However, if it's a time when you wish to just doze off for a nap or peaceful night's rest, you can just ignore the last part of this recording. I wish you pleasant dreams. And whether you doze off or come back up, you can allow that all my suggestions to you that you have found useful during this process can permeate even more deeply and profoundly in a way that works within your life to your own standards and values. Even more unstoppable, even more predictable, even more dependable. And each day going forward, you'll continue to be and feel more aligned, clear and free as this natural process becomes part of your everyday way of being. So ready now. Notice how good you feel as those sensations of well-being and simple clarity continue to spread so comfortably. Becoming a little bit more aware, feeling the changes that have happened and continue to happen and will happen. Feeling so refreshed, energized, more aware. Emerge only at the rate and speed you know you've got it all. Only at the rate and speed your unconscious mind is automatically managing all of this for you. So ready, sensing the world around you. Take your time, come fully back now, eyes open, all your body fully orientated and ready for the next part of the day ahead. Well done, welcome back.